Let's try this question here. How do you write 15 to the 6 over 3 to the 6 as a single power without a calculator? Well, first of all, you might notice that this is both exponent 6. So you could think of it as all to the exponent 6. Now, what could the fraction possibly be? 15 over 3. So going backwards, we know the rule is you could spread the exponent to the top and the bottom. 15 to the 6 over 3 to the 6. So clearly the answer is 15 divided by 3, which is 5, to the 6. And this is called a power. The power includes the base and the exponent. So I know that you might be tempted to try to figure out 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 6 times. It's a huge number. This number is good enough. This is called a power. We don't have to expand it out. Let me try one more time. So if you see this question here, you might be tempted to play some tricks. What is 15? 15 is a base that can be broken down to 3 times 5. So once you have that, you can start spreading the love. So this is equals to 3 to the 6 times 5 to the 6. And you can see now that the 3 to the 6's cancel out. So again, we have the same answer. So when you see a question like this, try to use some creativity. Try to break things down, either to 15 is equals to 3 times 5, or you might recognize the entire overarching exponent 6. Alright, let's try number 30. We're almost done this whole playlist. How do you solve for x? You can't just multiply by some number. We're going to use some clever algebra. We have an equation, so whatever we do has to be done to both sides to make it fair. As a fair Texas judge, we're going to raise both sides to the reciprocal, 3 over 2. Yeehaw. So we have an exponent 2/3, and you can raise both sides to the reciprocal, 3 over 2. So now, why did we do that? When you multiply these, you'll realize that it cancels out. 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 2 is 6, 6 over 6 is just 1. So, ba-bam, ta-da! We have the answer x, which is 5 to the 3 over 2, which, by the way, means the square root. You don't have to write that 2 there. The square root of 5 cubed, and which, by the way, is the same thing as 5 cubed means 5 times 5 times 5. If you really want to write this as a mixed radical, you can bring 1 5 out, which is 5 root 5. So this is also equivalent, but 5 to the 3 over 2 is also okay. Okay, the last one. How do we solve x? Now, before you freak out and have a panic attack, just calmly look at these radical symbols. Are we allowed to rewrite this as a fraction? Sure. Cube root means 1/3. And the square root, there's a hidden 2 there, means 1/2. Exponent bracket exponent, multiply. As a fair Canadian judge, you can raise both sides to the, read my mind, raise both sides to the 6. Very good. So 1/6 times 6 is just 1. That's your x to the 1 answer. And 2 to the 6, you can leave it as that as your answer, or do it in your head. What's 2 to the 5? 2 to the 5 is 32, and 2 to the 6 is double that, which is 64. Great job. Okay, now it's your turn. Number 1. What is 21 to the exponent 7 divided by 7 to the exponent 5? Evaluate. What's the actual answer? No calculator. Number 2. Can you solve a to the 4/3 equals 2? What's the actual value of a? And number 3. What is the 4th root of the square root of x? Equals 3. Solve it. What is the actual value of x? Good luck. Post your answers in the comment.